What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. It's your boy Lex Money. Happy Monday to everybody. We're going to be experiencing some serious volatility this week in not only Bitcoin, but a lot of our altcoins. So we need to strap in for the ride. If you're not part of the family already, click that subscribe button. Let's get into the video. Okay, some important charts to look at the end of the video as always, guys. But we are now experiencing a pullback after a massive pumpy time yesterday. And I've gone onto Twitter today and I've seen so many people now start to say the rally's failing, this was a fake pump, we're never going back up. So the sentiment's still pretty bearish. The sentiment, hasn't really changed, still in fear. I think any pullback is going to be met with a lot of negative emotions on the timeline, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest, guys, because we're in a bull run and we need pullbacks along the way. If the uptrend is going to resume, we're going to have these red days. And remember what can happen, guys. They can turn into wicks pretty quickly. We got Trump speaking later on today. So again, I'm mixed feelings about that. We're going to find out if that's bullish or bearish for the total crypto market cap. But for now, I do just think we're having a very needed pullback after a very green Sunday. Now, I want to say to everybody watching the video right now, congrats for holding on so far. But holy bear trap. This is why you wait for weekly closes to make big decisions. That's what I always say to you guys. Wait for the weekly and monthly closes on the higher time frames. Patience and perspective is key. Look how we ended out last week, right? A massive wick. So are we going to be filling the wick? Is that the downside deviation over? I do think that we've got a little bit way to come down, maybe to like 84 to 86k, because you check out the Bitcoin chart and we're still respecting the channel. So realistically, guys, we could come back down to around this area. That's going to be about 86k, right? We'd like to see this hold, and that's going to technically be a higher low. Okay, still a higher low. So it's not looking too bad on the Bitcoin chart. There's a lot of volatility today. I'd be staying away from trading. Just come on today to say super normal for our altcoins and for our Bitcoin positions to have retests. We're currently retesting the 0618 fib. Again, we've got the 0382 at 86k. That's going to be in line with that massive CME gap that's printed. I'll show you the CME gap now, actually. So we actually filled the CME gap between 92 and 94k. Made a bigger one. It's okay. It's only a few thousand, but it could bring us all the way back down to 84k. So again, let's just be aware of what Trump could be speaking about later. Now, I don't want to put too much weight into the bearish divergence on the Bitcoin dominance chart, but if around 64 to 66 was the top, we could expect some downward action in the Bitcoin dominance. So we need to be keeping an eye on that. I actually picked up some more ICPZ earlier today when it was like $6 something, right? I thought I'd pick up some more. You're starting to see Becca soft chill in every video right now. Pretty cool to see. Coin Bureau soft chilling as well. But obviously ICP, we already knew that it was going to be a top project, that it is a top project that we should all have a little bit of exposure to, at least in our portfolio. But a lot of people are now, looking at top influencers saying they're talking about ICP. Let's make sure we're buying before they start to shove it down your throat, guys. That's what we've been doing this whole 2 years that we've been accumulating ICP. Remember, it's a top AI infrastructure play, fully decentralized on chain. And the reason I picked up ICPZ today was because you just look at the structure, guys. Look at the chart. We're back in the green zone. So anywhere in the green zone, I said to you guys, is a great level to DCA, right? We've pretty much filled the wick. Maybe could come down a little bit more if today doesn't go so well. If we do have continuation down for Bitcoin and for ETH, I don't really think that that's going to be the case because so many people are still bearish. But once we do have, high low forming in here and we break out retest, guys, we're going to be targeting $8.69 pretty soonish. That's going to be our next big level of resistance. Then we can start to have our layered resistance above us as we did before. Now, total free is not looking too bad either, guys. It's not looking too bad, right? Printing a higher low in this structure. Again, I just can't shake the fact that this reminds me of the Bitcoin chart before it did have its breakout, right? We had a massive wick, printed a technical higher low, and then had a breakout when everyone said, right, we're going to fail, we're going to fail. People seem to think that we're going to just break out of here at first attempt. No, probably have maybe like a short-term pullback and then a retest and then probably break out after this. So maybe in the next few days to week, we could have a potential breakout for the total 3, which is going to be all of our altcoins, guys. But if we don't break out, then, guys, the main thing that we need to be holding is this 685 billy level for our altcoins. Remember, the bottom signal between the 0.5 fib and the 0.618 is this green zone. Historically has been a bottom signal for all the previous run-ups and then pullbacks, guys. So that's why I can't really be too bearish at this point, okay? So people are still bearish. They can't shake the fact that we had massive pullbacks. But what they'll do is they're going to buy once we have had our technical breakout reached at around 1.5 trillion. They're going to want to buy up here. Really, we should be buying down here. So we've got to keep an eye on what's going on in the market. But I wanted to show you this as well, guys, like fear and disbelief phases. It's crazy how it works out the same time after time. Shout out to the titan of crypto. We had that manipulation, guys. We had the downside deviation, and we said that we needed a V-shaped recovery out of here pretty much like soonish. I'm going to show you the members club stuff in a second. If anyone does want to join, you can join. Every single time we've been in an accumulation range, we've had these manipulations below, aka bear traps, fake outs to the downside before an eventual markup. The next eventual markup should take us around 100% up from where we are. What is that going to do to the price of our precious ICPZ and other altcoins? I think it's going to be very fruitful for us, guys, on this next leg up. Usually it's the final leg where we do see the biggest gains for our altcoins. But I just want to show you guys, things can change very quickly. So easy to be emotional, not easy to make the right moves when you are emotional. But this is why we track everything, guys. This is why we track everything. Look, we had that downwards deviation, said that it's going to be okay if it is a wick. These things can wick. Let's recapture the yellow zone. Needed the reclaim pretty soonish yesterday, right? In the long zone, we took the long, as many of you guys know. Got the reclaim, boom. Now we just need to hold this area here, guys, okay? Even if you go on the Ethereum chart, long on Ethereum spot, guys, because we said we didn't close the week back in the structure. I was going to enter a short. We closed the week back in the structure, okay? Must hold 2361. Still the key area to hold, 2361 / the yellow line. It now is squeaky bum time for Ethereum because we're just under 2361. We're now holding the yellow line. Guys, if we have a bearish engulfing candle from yesterday's news, you know, we're going to have to look at this a little bit differently. For now, no need to panic. Again, we need to see how the day closes out. We need to see how the week closes out. I would not be surprised if this all gets erased by the end of the day, if Trump does start to post a lot of bullish stuff in the meeting later, and then we start to resume the uptrend, guys. But look, I mean, it's going to be an important day for crypto, going to be an important week for crypto. We've got the crypto summit this week as well, so there's going to be a lot of volatility this week, guys. We've got to stay patient, okay? For now, we're going to look back at these prices and we're going to say, right, why didn't we buy down here? Because it's always the hardest time to be buying into the fear. But historically, it's shown that this has been a great level of accumulation. You're getting bigger discounts than what you were getting in summer of last year, guys, okay? So don't be these people that buy into the hype. Try and buy into the fear, buy into your top projects. That is what I'm doing. Keep stacking the ICP. But let's see how the day goes. You guys let me know how you think it's going to go. Are we going to be holding the key structure for Ethereum, for Bitcoin, for Total 3, for ICP? You let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. If you made it this far, click that subscribe button. We're going to be here every day into the bull run. I'm going to see you tomorrow, guys. Peace.